Hey, good morning. As an Apple brand ambassador, I wanted to tell you all about the brand new iPhone 11, which we just announced earlier this week. Now, I want to clarify that while nobody actually appointed me to be an Apple brand ambassador, as an ex-Google tech lead who is suffering from imposter syndrome, fired from Facebook, I am facing my incompetencies head on and I am going to fake it until I make it. I am going to make myself an Apple brand ambassador whether you like it or not. So first up, let's talk about the iPhone XRs. The iPhone 11. So here's what the iPhone 11 is. We took last gen's budget iPhone XR with a crappy screen, threw on the ultra-wide field of view lens, and then renamed it into the iPhone 11. And we think that maybe that'll trick you guys. It's actually the first year in which the iPhone is not really an advancement. In order to bump the specs, we took the last gen Bionic A12 chip, started working on it, fixed a few bugs, and then at some point we just said, you know what? We gotta ship this thing, let's rename it to the Bionic A13 chip, and then just ship that out. It's supposed to be a little bit better. I think it's better. And then we did this for the higher end model, the iPhone XS, renamed it into the iPhone 11 Pro, which is actually for anybody. In fact, pros don't even use this stuff. Real pros use DSLRs, as a pro myself. And what's interesting about this additional wide angle lens that we've added to all of our phones is it's not even on the front, it's on the back. So the funny thing is when you look at a similar phone like the Pixel 3, they put the wide angle lens on the front so you can do like wide groupie shots with your friends. You don't get to do that with the iPhone 11. Isn't that funny? Now there's a few additional things that actually make our phones better than anybody else's. And the first is we got fonts. We got really cool fonts.
We even have redesigned the camera app. There's a new font in it called SF Camera. It is so pro. You're gonna love using it.
Now I know what you're thinking. We've lost our edge. Android's taken over. You can essentially get like a Pixel 3 phone, which has the whole OLED screen, for half price. This is like $500. Our similar model, if we were to match these specs, is $1,000 for the iPhone 11 Pro. And you can even pick up like say a Pixel 3a, also with the OLED screen for like $400. So how are we going to defeat these guys? Well, it's simple. What really sets the iPhone apart, what really makes it magical is not the hardware. That's just gonna be garbage, don't look at that. What we've got are exclusive TV shows, exclusive games. That's what's going to keep you coming back to Apple. That's what's going to make our stuff magical. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you Apple TV Plus free. You're gonna start watching that and get hooked on some show. And we're just going to keep that show dragging on and on. It's never actually going to end. And you're just gonna have to keep watching it. And the only way to watch it is to continue buying iPhones because it's exclusive. That's how we're going to lock you into our ecosystem. We're also releasing Apple Arcade with a bunch of more exclusive games and titles. When I first saw these exclusive games and movie shows, I sort of thought to myself, well, why is that good? I don't care if it's exclusive. In fact, if anything, it just decreases the quality and budget for a show because they're not able to reach all of their audiences.
Apple Arcade is the only place you can get unlimited access to over 100 groundbreaking, exclusive new games made for iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple TV. You can't find these games on any other mobile platform or subscription service.
A lot of these games on, say, Apple Arcade, they're bottom of the barrel junk games that the developer couldn't really get sold anywhere else. So then they thought, well, might as well just throw it into Apple Arcade. Maybe they can monetize a little bit that way. And really that same reasoning of low quality content is going to apply for Apple TV Plus as well. Apple consists of, say, just 20% of global market share. So for any content producer who's really churning out AAA titles, they're going to want global distribution. Apple is just not going to be able to give you that. You're going to get hooked on low quality garbage content that just goes on and on, that never ends. We're just going to drag on the episodes as long as we possibly can, make the games really grindy so you can never really quite finish them.
Now Cell will battle a warrior 11 years in the making on the next Dragon Ball Z.
And you may notice there's also the Apple Card, which again is another hook to just lock you into this whole ecosystem. Once you get that, you become tied to your phone. There's really no other way to manage that card. And even if you were to look at this in terms of OS, if you check the recent Android 10 update, they also have iPhone XS gestures, right? It feels very similar to an iPhone 10. You have all the same gestures in which you can switch from app to app. And they also have better multitasking. Like if you were to watch a YouTube video, you can actually go into PIP mode on Android. So you can watch videos in minimize mode, which iPhone can't even do. And so we can see here that the big shift, if you continue to stay in the Apple ecosystem, is the content that is going to be the distinguishing factor of iPhone versus Android. It's up to you whether you want to get yourself hooked into these games and movies and TV shows and using the Apple credit card. Personally, I don't want to get myself locked into that system because it's just going to be way too expensive. I'm not willing to pay 2 or 3 times the price of a phone just to be able to get access to content like this. I mean, that content is so worthless, they're offering it for free.
And so starting today, when you buy an iPhone, an iPad, a Mac, or an Apple TV, you'll get 1 year of Apple TV Plus included for free.
Overall though, I think that this is just a sad state of affairs. It just shows how much stagnation is happening in the mobile market. After a whole year of innovation, the only thing we've got here is the ultra-wide angle lens added onto the iPhones. That's pretty much it. So there you have it, that's our keynote. How else can we burn some time here?
This is innovation that matters. Powerful dual camera system, night mode, and things we didn't even have time to talk about, like faster Face ID, water and dust resistance, wireless charging, water and dust resistance, Wi-Fi 6.
Longer battery life, faster charging, new designs.
Water and dust resistance.
There's also faster cellular, better water resistance, stronger glass, new designs.
Wi-Fi 6 and more.
And so much more.
And more.
It is so pro, you're going to love using it.
So I would recommend that you not just sit there, but apply to Apple and try to fix this stuff. And you can do that by applying to my course, techinterviewpro.com. As an ex-Google, ex-Facebook engineer, I will help fast-track your career such that you can land your dream job at Apple. Help save Apple by helping them develop their exclusive content library for hooking users in. You can find ways to make Apple TV Plus even more exclusive, or help develop out their bottom-of-the-barrel junk games over at Apple Arcade. So check it out, techinterviewpro.com. That'll do for me. Let me know what you think about the new iPhone 11. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.